All right, let's get started. Ezekiel chapter 44. Ezekiel chapter 44. Then he brought me back to the beginning at verse 1 and going down to verse 7, Ezekiel chapter 44. Then he brought me back the way of the gate out of the outward sanctuary, which looketh toward the east, and it was shut. Then said Yahweh unto me, This gate shall be shut, it shall not be opened, and no man shall enter in by it, because Yahweh, the Most High of Israel, hath entered in by it. Therefore it shall be shut. It is for the prince. The prince, he shall sit in it, to eat bread before Yahweh. He shall enter by the way of the porch of that gate. He shall go out by the way of the same. Then brought he me the way of the north gate before the house. And I looked, and behold, the glory of Yahweh filled the house of Yahweh. And I fell upon my face. And Yahweh said unto me, Son of man, mark well, and behold with thine eyes, and hear with thine ears all that I say unto thee concerning all the ordinances of the house of Yahweh, and all the laws thereof. And mark well the entering in of the house, with everything going forth of the sanctuary. Thou shalt say to the rebellious house, even to the house of Israel, Thus saith the Most High Yahweh, O ye house of Israel, let it suffice you of all your abominations, and that ye are brought into my sanctuary strangers, uncircumcised in heart, and uncircumcised in flesh, to be in my sanctuary, to pollute it, even my house, when ye offer my bread, the fat and the blood. And they have broken my covenant because of all your abominations. This is where we stopped the last time. Now, I also want to bring out, as part of our deliverance, if you recall, as we read several verses that illustrate the awakening and deliverance of the chosen people, even in Ezekiel, one of the themes we see is a return to worshiping the true God, a return to a commitment to holiness and righteousness and truth. Okay, that's what we see. We see a repentant spirit, a humble spirit, and return to a commitment of holiness and righteousness and truth. And we read that very recently as we looked even just a few chapters prior in chapter 36 of Ezekiel. Chapter 36 of Ezekiel. Let's look at chapter 36. And this is the object of the Most High, what he wants to do with his chosen people and what he wants his chosen people to become. And again, as part of our awakening and deliverance, this is where we must be at this time. Okay, let's take a look. Ezekiel chapter 36 from verse 24. From verse 24. I'm going to read down to verse 38. For I will take you from among the heathen, and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean. From all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes. And ye shall keep my judgments and do them. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers. And ye shall be my people, and I will be your Most High. I will also save you from all your uncleannesses, and I will call for the corn and increase it, and lay no famine upon you. And I will multiply the fruit of the tree and the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen. Then shall ye remember your own evil ways and your own doings that were not good, and shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for your iniquities and for your abominations. Not for your sakes do I this, saith the Most High Yahweh, be it known unto you. Be ashamed and confounded for your own ways, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Most High Yahweh, in the day that I shall have cleansed you from all your iniquities, I will also cause you to dwell in the cities, and in the waste shall be builded, and the desolate land shall be tilled, whereas it lay desolate in the sight of all that passed by. And they shall say, this land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden, and the waste and desolate and ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited. Then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that I, Yahweh, build ruined places and plant that is desolate. I, Yahweh, have spoken it, and I will do it. Thus saith the Most High Yahweh, I will yet for this be inquired of by the house of Israel, to do it for them. I will increase them with men like a flock, as the holy flock, as the flock of Jerusalem in her solemn feasts. So shall the waste cities be filled with flocks of men, and they shall know that I am Yahweh. So we can see here, the Most High intends on restoring his people. But first thing, we must be cleansed from all our filthiness. We must be humble. And in our humility, we must receive the righteousness of the Father through the Messiah. This is the beginning of our turnaround. You see, brothers and sisters, I see many brothers, and they're sincere, and I'm saying definitively, there are some sincere brothers that just don't understand all that's going on around us. They don't understand. Some of them, like if you're born in a section of the world that is just bad from the beginning, if you got no shot at life, like if you're born, like, have y'all ever heard of section of Brooklyn called Brownsville? Testing 1, 2, 3. Have you ever heard of a section of Brooklyn called Brownsville, Brooklyn? If you're born in Brownsville, Brooklyn, and you're a young black male, you have very little chance of making it to age 30 in Brownsville, Brooklyn. Even today, in the age of gentrification. Or if you're born in Newark, New Jersey, in the wrong time. Or even Bedford-Stuyvesant back in the day. If you're born in the wrong place, you almost have no shot. And as Hebrews, it has been set up for us like that from the beginning. Because it's a profit center, and at the same time a way of exploitation and destruction of the Hebrew black male. Okay, there's no question. And so we have been in brothers that are in this situation. Brothers that are in this situation try to figure out why what is happening around them is happening. Why are young men shooting each other to death? Why is there so much violence in Brownsville, in Bedford, formerly in Bedford-Stuyvesant, in Newark, New Jersey, in other cities? Little Rock, Arkansas, even, in places like that. Why is there so much violence? And they have a hard time understanding why it's happening. And the reason they have a hard time understanding is several reasons, but a couple of them are, it's hard for us to see clearly what's going on in the fishbowl when we are in the fishbowl. Somebody that's looking at the fishbowl from outside can see more clearly what's going on in the fishbowl. But when you are in the middle of it,